What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
After more than a decade, it looks like we're finally getting a sequel to one of the most heartwarming Pixar films ever. But first, let's check its spin-off. Doug Days is a television series based on the 2009 Disney Pixar animated feature film, Up. The series premiered on Disney Plus on September 1st, 2021, and it quickly took the world by storm with its adorable storylines, cute characters, and even cuter phrases. Although the project was not what most fans were hoping to see, it is truly a masterpiece. Doug Day follows the beloved dog after the events of the Pixar movie. The series featured the return of Doug, Carl, and Russell, and it continued the story with the characters embarking on new adventures. According to the synopsis, the series itself is set to form of a new collection of shorts that follows the humorous misadventures of Doug. Each short features everyday events that occur in and around Doug's backyard, all through the exciting and delightfully distorted eyes of our favorite talking dog. Written by Bob Peterson, who co-scripted the Oscar-winning movie, the TV series was praised by both fans and critics. Doug is pure of heart. He's a good soul. I think people enjoy that part of Doug. Peterson said in a press release, per a report by Comic Book, adding that since people love their dogs, they've gone to great lengths to include truth in dog behavior, so they see their own dogs in Doug. He added everything is new, and he's excited about all of it, but the smallest things can distract Doug, never mind an actual squirrel. The whole show is really cute with incredible storylines that will warm your heart, just like Up did in the first place. But is this enough? Will we ever see a direct continuation in form of an animated film? Is Up 2 happening? Let's find out, shall we? Sadly, the Doug Day series features one of Ed Asner's final performances before his death in August 2021. In fact, the series premiered 3 days after Edward Asner, the voice of Carl Fredricksen, lost his life. Now, we all know just how amazing Up is. The critically acclaimed film premiered way back in 2009, with it climbing up on the list of best Pixar movies ever created. Making an animated film is much more challenging than making a live-action film, but touching millions of hearts with animation is even more challenging. The director, Pete Docter, has been working on many other projects in these last few years, including Inside Out, Soul, and Brave. And although these films are incredibly beautiful, they never managed to succeed like Up did. I mean, the film got nominated for the Academy Award for Best Picture. And since the film industry nowadays focuses on sequels, prequels, reboots, remakes, and prequels, we might as well see more Up projects in the future. Don't you think this film deserves a second installment? One of the best things in the first installment was, without a doubt, Carl and Ellie's love story. I mean, the way the creators managed to do these scenes without dialogue is just amazing. Pixar is known thanks to its visual storytelling. Keeping people entertained with zero dialogue is a seriously difficult job, and obviously, Pixar always succeeds in it. In the first 10 minutes of the film, Pixar manages to tell an entire love story. At the beginning of the film, we see Carl and Ellie. We're getting to know them. We discover that they truly love each other. We then find out that they can't have children, and we see Carl being heartbroken after his fulfilling life with his wife. I don't know about you, but I was crying like a baby in the first 10 minutes of the film. And if the beginning of the film ever leaves you in tears, just imagine what the film itself would do. This is one of the reasons fans desperately needed a continuation, but as previously mentioned, these films take a lot of time to do, which is why Pixar works for years and years on its projects. If Up 2 receives a green light in 2022, we will see the film sometime in 2025, at the earliest. But we assure you, the wait will be worth it. Now, let's go through some ideas for a sequel.
We'll get you down, find a bus stop. You just tell the man you want to go back to your mother.
Disney, Pixar, and every other company that produces animated films try to give their films a deeper meaning, which is exactly what we love the most about these movies. Up is filled with such deep moments. Remember when Russell was desperate to find the badge he was missing? While it looks like he's only interested in the badge, he's in fact interested to see his dad at the ceremony. He's just a kid who needs a father figure, and he feels desperate to do everything in his power in order for his dad to pay attention to him. There are plenty of reasons why this film is so amazing, but most importantly, it is original. It is perhaps the most original Pixar Disney film ever. I mean, there's no princess, there are no witches and sleeping beauties. Instead, there's a small kid who teams up with an elderly person. Now, when it comes to a direct animated continuation in the form of a film, fans' opinions are divided. Some say the film should be left alone, with no continuations other than the short series Doug's Days, and according to these fans, another part would ruin the first film. Also, the first film gave a proper ending to the characters, which again doesn't mean that there are no plot ideas for a continuation. The sequel could go in any direction and we'll watch it, no matter what. Although some people claim the film doesn't leave much open to interpretation, we could always see a grown-up version of Russell with another child. Don't you think that's a good idea? Although, this might be taken as a repetitive plot. Do you guys have any idea for a follow-up? Do you actually think the first film could be ruined if there's a follow-up? Let us know. We need to mention that there are in fact a lot of films that were destroyed because of awful sequels, and we for sure don't want to see the creators making up to for the wrong reasons. Some fans, however, have really interesting theories regarding the plot for the potential follow-up. One of those fans is Redditor Bob 25G Sliffer, who believes the perfect Up sequel will deal with the following. Sequel to Up called Down, about life for the little kid after Walter passes. Show him up to old age, and he does a similar balloon house thing and the little kid tags along. Do you think this is a good idea? The positive thing is that although Pixar doesn't really want to do continuations and stuff like that, Disney is quite the opposite. The company is really busy with spin-offs and revivals, and we strongly believe that they'll try and do a sequel to each and every one of their movies. Of course, Pixar cares more about quality than quantity, but let's be real here. Films such as Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, Up, and Inside Out are films that truly deserve a continuation. After all, we've seen some really unnecessary sequels to some awful films, and again, we will be patient even if the sequel needs 10 years of making. Then again, perhaps the film should be left alone simply because of the first 10 minutes of it. You see, most fans can't let go of those heartbreaking 10 minutes, and maybe that's how the story needs to conclude. The rest of Up's story is just the lead characters embarking on adventures. Carl's story has been told and given a conclusion. However, Disney confirmed that it's time for you to smash that subscribe button and notification bell so you'll never miss any of our videos in the future. No, seriously, maybe we need to leave this first film alone. And with the series, we have more content to binge watch for the 10th time. More importantly, maybe the continuation should never happen out of respect for the late Ed Asner, who voiced Carl. One thing we're certain of is that if a sequel happens, it will focus on a grown-up Russell. See you in the next video.
Where's my cane? I just had it here.